So lime tree, also called the linden. Okay, so this is what's going to gather our ember. So we're not, when we say we're going to do fire by friction, we're going to make a fire, we're not going to make a fire straight away. What we're going to do is we're actually going to make an ember. Okay, so the first thing is we've got our hazel rod here. That goes in the handle. So to start off, I'm just going to take off the carbon so I can then produce some friction and then hopefully make ourselves a bit of smoke and a bit of an ember. Now the good idea is to see if it's fairly thick.
Just like you.
Place that on there, thank you for that. Just on there, I'm going to put my knife in there. And again, I've told you, haven't I, before, there's only two things that I use the point of my knife for. Gutting fish or animals, or putting it inside there for my bow drill. Do you remember me saying that about the hearth? So that's what I do there, so I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So we're going to string the boat. Let me just get some of this first. There's not much grass here, is there? So just pop that in there. Now what I want to do to start with is just start to make a little bit of a ridge inside of it. And then once we've done this, we can then get you guys to have a go. So you put your foot just to the side. Now I often put my thumb there just to make it a little bit more taut. I'm going to try and do the whole bow. You smell that? So what we have our little dimple there, and then we need heat, oxygen and fuel. So we've got the heat, we've got the fuel. What we need is to get the oxygen to it, and as you can see, it's closed up, so there's no oxygen getting into it. So what we do is we put a little V in it. Just take your time doing it. A little bit bigger than I want because there's not much wind about. Just before we start, get my nest ready. If you get a board, you need to make it quite thin to gather the ember, because there's no point doing that and then trying to scrape it off the floor. Yeah? Okay. Any questions so far?
What's wrong with you?
Sorry?
What's wrong with you?
At the moment, the heat.
I thought there was quite a lot more, but
do, Reggie, in a minute, is once I start this off, I might just ask you just to kneel down there and give it a bit of a move as well for me, because I think this is going to be quite warm. Take this away. Sometimes this doesn't work. If it doesn't work, you can give it a go again, or come back another day. I know when I first did it, it took me an hour and a half. Okay, Reggie, do you want to kneel down there? Grab hold of one hand on there, it's just one hand, and you're going to go back to your fingers. You're just going to go nice and slow. Just warm it up. Just relax your hand a little bit. Brilliant. Right, and me and you are now going to get a sweat on, alright? Let's go.
Reggie's used to that though, aren't you, Reggie? Lick it. Why don't you? Dumb it over there.
Done it. There you go, Ember. Now, what people normally do is they normally panic about now, and they're flapping and thinking, oh, I've got to get that inside there really quickly. Just don't panic. We're going to get some reed mace. A little bit, I might put a little bit more of that in. When I was doing this yesterday, the grass is really dry, so I'm just going to get something to put around my hands because that got very hot yesterday. Be careful when you're picking this because it does hurt, it does cut your hands. Right, can you see that? So that ember's now producing. Very similar to the one that set off the Great Fire of London. So we don't want to touch it. We want it in there. If you do it too fast, it's just going to go out.